loading in, and let's get some full-on introductions going here on the blue team. We have Blind Pick Banditos, we have zimike on Sona, Elalya on Wukong, Talith PA on Riven, Aparkhurst on Kog'Maw, and Jjaja on Udyr. This is Chobra here, my co-caster Gandair. How are you? Who do we have on the purple team?
Doing great, Chobra. We have on Feel the Vibe on the bottom half of this loading screen. We have Rice playing as Vayne, SpawnLegacy playing as Ezreal, MMKH playing as Jarvan the 4th, Armor playing as Sad Robot, Amumu, and Totalment playing as Poppy. And we are going to be going into this game in just a quick moment here. I expect that we're going to see Udyr bottom, since he did opt for that Garrison+Revive. So we're probably going to see him down there. I don't know who the bottom lane's going to be for Feel the Vibe. Nothing really jumps out at me. I see their two Garrisons are on Amumu and J4. Neither one of them strikes me as a particular bottom lane champion. Poppy's more useful up top. Ezreal's more useful up top. Vayne's... I don't know. Who's their bottom lane going to be?
Well,
we're going to learn this together, Chobra.
Pause. Yep. We do have a pause. Yeah, on my screen I thought I saw... Okay, yeah, so we do have a little bit of a connection delay here on a Blind Pick Banditos. Yeah, I was going to ask. On my screen, Elalya was sitting at 18%, so we'll see. But, yeah, Feel the Vibe. Like
What's
I said, the picks... mine is paused at 18 seconds. Well, 19 up top, 18 on the scoreboard, so...
I'm not, like... Okay.
We'll figure it out when the pause ends. It should be able to catch up. If not, it's not too big of a problem, but I mean, based on summoner spells, we do have a reconnect. So let's figure out our time really quick before we go on talking. Mine's flipping back and forth. Now I'm at 23, 4. Actually, I have room to catch up, so I will catch up to live.
Click jump to live. I'm at 32, 33.
Yep, we are right on.
Okay, cool. Continue. Sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any desync.
No problem. I was just going to talk about the summoner spells really quick before the summoner platform is finished. As we mentioned, bot lanes often opting to take those garrisons on top of the revive for, you know, if you ever happen to lose a duel, it will allow you to get back to your position, save that tower a lot faster. So we do have Jjaja on Udyr with that revive, Garrison most likely going bot lane. Otherwise, Garrison on Wukong and also a Garrison on zimike. So that's going to be two Garrisons most likely for the top lane here on the blue team. What do we have on the purple team?
Over on purple team's side, it looks like we have Vayne going for the bottom lane. And this makes sense to me because if Vayne powers her silver bolts first, uses that true damage to harass with, that might foil Udyr a little bit down at the bottom. Seeing both teams taking off for the top now. Poppy opening double Dorans. That's new and exciting. Haven't seen that before. You got Sona opting for a chalice. J4 drops that down, jumps right into the enemy team, throws out a little bit of damage there. A couple of shots exchange. No one quite up on the point there, but SpawnLegacy does get up to it first and begins the channel on that. And it looks like zimike's going to go ahead and he's going to interrupt that. Now we have the 4v4 up there. MMKH a little bit worse for the wear for that initial exchange. Totalment getting caught right there, and J4 with a nice airborne trying to save Totalment and doing a good job of it so far. Getting very low on hit points himself, unfortunately, and he is taken down. Wukong also goes down in the exchange. Totalment is really low on hit points. Doesn't know if it's going to stay in or go. Nope, it is going to stay in and exchange his own life for Rivens. Now Aparkhurst low on health, but you've got to watch out for that Acacia to surprise Amumu, or he's going to go for SpawnLegacy instead there. And zimike holding it down, delaying as long as he can while waiting for Elalya to get up to the top. And all he needs is one person to keep that tower interrupted.
Yep, and we do have Feel the Vibe going for the tower now. They almost capped it, but here comes Riven with that disrupt, and Ezreal and Amumu are just trying to stay alive, so they're a little bit passive about the capture and interrupt process here. Armor taking a lot of damage on that Amumu. Kog'Maw trying to put out damage from behind. It's working out very well, using the front line of Sona and Wukong to his advantage. However, that gave just enough time for Feel the Vibe to capture the windmill. But bottom, Boneyard is neutralized, and Udyr and Vayne kind of dueling it out. Vayne is going to give it the chase for now, just clearing those minions, but Jjaja not in a good place, going to start porting back. does show himself with that Phoenix stance, but Vayne doesn't want to enter the brush unless she is prepared for it. There's a good tumble out of there, and Amumu is now going to come for assistance here at the Boneyard and help pick up that kill.
He is going to get taken down, but they're not really in a position to push the other side there. So Jjaja, it looks like he's opting not to use his revive, and I think that is a very smart play right now, because they're not threatening your tower. There's no reason to pop that. He might need it later on. And the drill, however, blind pick Banditos is going to ignore top, go straight for the drill because it's not defend. In doing so, they're pulling people away from top. You see Ezreal coming down, you see J4 coming down, top completely open. And if they pick off this engagement here in the jungle, what's going to happen? Elalya is going to stealth, she's going to head off towards that health relic there. Zimike and Aparkhurst are going to dip down below, and they're going to continue engaging them off the point here. Windmill still wide open. Riven and J4 over at the refinery, exchanging blows with each other while they joust for position in the center of the map.
Yep, that was a really good engage by FTV-Vibe. They took the enemy team off the tower at the drill, but they didn't commit too hard. They just chased them off. They have the 3 cap right now. They have the advantage. No need to put themselves in danger. However, a lot of them do still have their revive. Ezreal and Amumu did not have to use their revives earlier on. They haven't been taken out of the game just yet. And same thing with Buddha here on bottom. Speaking of bottom, they are still doing it out here in the middle, and Jjaja actually just opting to ignore the creeps and put out a lot of damage onto Buddha. Buddha not looking too good. There is no bear stance coming out of Jjaja. Jjaja going with that standard turtle Phoenix stance that Jjaja always does here in the bottom. Totalment coming down now with the Storm Shield, but so is Elalya, and Aparkhurst coming down now with the help of Zimike right behind. Buddha now going to get caught out of position by Jjaja. Elalya is going to connect with that Cyclone to pick off that kill. However, Totalment will push off Aparkhurst and Zimike here at the Boneyard. Ezreal now coming down, SpawnLegacy trying to help chase out the others. Buddha going down, but the minions are wailing on this Boneyard tower. There goes Jjaja with the channel. It's going to get neutralized, and it's capping quite quickly. Minions have finally spawned in favor of FTV-Vibe, but the Boneyard, it's now the point of contention. Zimike actually going to take down SpawnLegacy, and they're going to keep it at the neutralize for now, while FTV-Vibe has captured the refinery. Yeah,
the Talith PA had gone over there very valiantly trying to defend that, almost being able to defeat J4 in the process over there at the refinery, but was not able to save that from being captured, unfortunately. So now we have an interesting position here where blind pick Banditos is in a little bit of a questionable spot right now. FTV-Vibe is up 4 towers to 1 against them.
Yep, Jarvan's going to chase down Kog'Maw, but the exhaust comes out to stop that chase. Talith going on to armor, and Elalya there for the assistance. They're going to take down the Amumu, no problem. Kog'Maw now joining his teammates, but Jarvan is here for the disrupt. It is actually going to kind of stop the channel, distracting the enemy team, but blind pick will promptly get back to the tower. They're going to get the refinery back, no problem. Bot lane, meanwhile, Jjaja is going to get chased down by SpawnLegacy and Buddha, both ranged characters. They're going to have a really easy time against Udyr if they both choose to stay in the area, but that's going to leave only 2 people up here until armor on Amumu gets up to the windmill to defend this point. Elalya is running pretty low. They do have Sona, but it's not at any health level where Sona's heals are going to matter that much before the fight begins. A good bandage toss into the center of the fight gets Zimike, and there's a heroic charge onto Sona. Sona gets melted immediately. However, Aparkhurst is on the side, but SpawnLegacy comes up to chase him away from the other side of the wall. The exhaust goes down onto Talith PA. Bandage toss is not going to hit. Totalment comes back in. It's a double kill for Talith PA, but eventually Talith PA will also go down. SpawnLegacy has successfully chased away Aparkhurst. Aparkhurst going to run all the way back to safety. Meanwhile, Jjaja again putting out really good pressure onto this Boneyard.
And Aparkhurst not opting to not recall and instead hang out just long enough to keep Buddha from being able to make a play on the refinery as he waits for his teammates to come back onto the field. Jjaja and Buddha exchanging blows over on the opposite end of the map now, and Amumu with a bandage toss, armor coming right in on Jjaja's Udyr there and taking him down, allowing Buddha to be able to reclaim that Buddha that minion. That minion, I'm freaking out, man. Buddha the minion. Buddha, minion, Buddha. Buddha, that's not safe, man. Minion's OP in Dominion, man. They hit for a lot more damage. Play being made for the top right now, though. Totalment up there. It is a 4v3 up at the top end of the map right now. Totalment with the ultimate being thrown down right there, and countering J4's ultimate with her own, or J4's airborne with Sona's stun right there. Good play by Zimike there, and they are really cleaning up the top right now.
Yep, the Garrison goes down, and Zimike's going to start channeling on that. That's an easy kill for Talith PA. Coming in with that key strike to finish off SpawnLegacy. Ezreal is going to get melted, and he will have to wait as Revive is not up. All the Revive cooldowns are still on cooldown here for Feel the Vibe, so they're just going to have to wait it out. Finally, Banditos have their own 3-cap. They're going to be able to catch up a little bit here. I mean, the 3-caps have been present most of the time for Feel the Vibe, but the match is still pretty close. There's been a lot of time where it was really 2 for 2, and both teams kind of contesting a neutral point. Elalya going to pick up the speed shrine here. Set up for possibly a play. They're going to go for the Storm Shield. Aparkhurst is in the area just scouting out for his teammate. Going to run into SpawnLegacy. However, zimike is also there. Totalment comes in from the side though. Gets a good heroic charge, but now has to get a little bit chased away. SpawnLegacy helping zone out Aparkhurst, which means zimike is alone here at the windmill while Armor channels that. Can zimike gets the interrupt? However, Armor is going to counter that with that Banish toss. Gets a really good Curse of the Sad Mummy onto the entire enemy team that is present at the windmill. Armor is now going to run away from tower range. Still is tanking the tower. That's a double kill with Wind Slash. And MMKH a little bit out of position, was chasing away Aparkhurst, but that left the rest of the team to have to duel with Talith PA, who is now chasing down SpawnLegacy. Ezreal is going for that health relic. Can he get another good arcane shift off? The cooldown is off, cuts the corner with it, and Talith PA actually hesitated to see if he flat blinked backwards. Did not. SpawnLegacy still hanging around just to kite the enemy team to keep it neutralized here at the windmill. Meanwhile, Jjaja has captured the boneyard here at bottom.
At the top there, Sona really dived in. zimike running through the entire enemy team to drop a Garrison off on that tower. And as you saw in that engagement, that tower did a lot of damage to the enemy team. If that Garrison had not gone off, that tower would have been neutralized for an even longer portion of that fight, and things might not have gone the way they went. And whoa, there we go. That was going to be an arcane shift, but zimike was right there to shut that down. See MMKH in the middle of the map right there, dropping his standard down behind him. Going to use that maybe to escape. No, they came right from that direction, trying to get that relic, but not able to do so at the moment. There's no one really there to back him up right now. Catching over by the speed shrine, however, Talith PA taking a little bit of damage over there. J4 really wants that relic. He's trying so hard to get it, but Blind Pick is determined to not let Feel the Vibe get a hold of that.
Totalment running really low here at the boneyard in a dangerous position. Diplomatic immunity is going to help put out a lot more damage onto Jjaja. The tower is going to help. SpawnLegacy trying to chase through. Totalment actually comes back, and the Essence Flux will pick up the kill for Ezreal. Totalment living barely, however, that puts out a lot of pressure against Feel the Vibe here at the drill. Blind Pick Banditos finishes off a really good fight, and they will channel this drill for a 4-cap at the moment. SpawnLegacy doing what he can to push against this. Udyr's Revive is on cooldown, so he doesn't need to worry too much, but he's going to back off as soon as he sees the entire Blind Pick Banditos team retreat from the drill and go back to other towers, mainly focusing this boneyard here. They only have to worry about Budarice at the moment.
Budarice with really no durability right now. We see Sanguine Blade and Zeal, no Frozen Mallet, no other real defensive items, and taking a ton of damage. After their sweeping victory at the windmill there, they may have overextended just a little bit. zimike, very low on hit points, is going to get taken down. Elalya and Talith PA both a little worse for wear, but SpawnLegacy is right there. Is he going to fire off a blind shot? He's going to go right into that bush there. But he's maybe not going to make it out of this, especially using that arcane shift aggressively like that. Left him without a way to retreat.
Yep, Elalya gets out with 150 health, picks up that health relic. Meanwhile, top Aparkhurst trying to defend the windmill is doing a good job. He will go down eventually, but has distracted the enemy team long enough to give Talith PA time to come up to the windmill. Is going to be able to defend against Armor and Totalment at this point. Talith PA looking really strong right now. Has a BF sword on top of that last Whisper, and of course has that Hex Drinker, which hopefully will turn into a Mammal Mortius soon, but not in too much need of that just yet. Talith PA would much rather have the damage, also that extra AD for that Valor, and look at that damage coming out, especially with the last Whisper. That's a quick kill down onto Armor. Amumu gets melted immediately, despite having quite a bit with that Frozen Heart, and Totalment now going to retreat.
Talith PA having an excellent game so far, I believe, picking up the Godlike just there. 10 kills, 2 deaths so far in this game, and Jjaja and Aparkhurst team up to take down J4 at the bottom down there, and Aparkhurst is going to go ahead and he's going to go for the quarry. The quarry's left, boneyard's to the right. Yeah, going to go there and get the quarry. Totalment getting chased away from that top tower by Talith PA, but Talith PA going down to intercept, and that slam there, that devastating blow, really not being too effective, and Talith PA gets the legendary now.
Talith PA is really strong right now. Zimike also utilizing that power chord really well to get the right proc. BPB-Rice gets instantly melted. There's a good crescendo down onto MMKH. MMKH caught under the tower, needs to retreat before continuing on with the fight. Talith PA is just putting out too much damage, though Totalment does come in with a diplomatic immunity. However, Talith PA is still legendary. There's a good Curse of the Sad Mummy, but now Armor is in trouble. There's a Wind Slash. That's a double kill once again for Talith PA. They're going to just chase down Totalment at this point. They know they have a clear advantage. The revives are not up, so they will chase down up to the drill. However, SpawnLegacy meanwhile took down Jjaja, but low in health himself, so he's going to need to watch out as we see Elalya coming down towards this boneyard, going to perhaps just go for the tower. That's going to pressure SpawnLegacy to either come back and duel or go back to base. And if he comes back too close, Elalya will gladly take that duel and pick off the kill.
Talith PA finally getting shut down by BPB-Rice and picking up a kill on zimike as well. It's the one thing. BPB-Rice may have not that much durability, but is definitely able to put out some serious damage if left unchecked. Aparkhurst coming up to the top is going to disrupt the capture on that, keeping it neutral right now. Clock frozen at 275 to 177 in favor of blind pick Banditos right now, as we have another contested windmill, and at the bottom of the map also we have Jjaja defending 1v2.
Totalment is in a lot of danger, will get taken down by Talith PA. Went forward, just a little bit of a slight engagement, a skirmish, however not favorable as it was a 3v1 eventually. SpawnLegacy now trying to recap the drill, but that one hit already chunking down the health of SpawnLegacy. Not in a good place. The exhaust does go down, and BPB-Rice here to assist, but SpawnLegacy is slowed. Zimike utilizing that power chord once again, and they're going to pressure this drill without a problem. The tower is neutral, so Feel the Vibe has no defensive advantage. BPB-Rice taking a lot of damage. That's a good condemn. However, Kog'Maw will pick Vayne off. Totalment comes right back in with that heroic charge, and there's a true shot barrage. It's actually not going to hit all three at all. They split off perfectly into a triangle position, dodging that true shot barrage. Here comes MMKH with that knockup combo, and Zimike is continuing to duel. SpawnLegacy takes Ezreal down as Sona goes down herself, and Kog'Maw utilizing a Kantian surprise disrupt at least one person's cap. That's going to chase away BPB-Rice. At bottom lane, still seeing a lot of action. SpawnLegacy comes down with that revive. They're going to focus down onto Jjaja, but that leaves Elalya in this brush, going for the port, but Totalment does enter. Gonna use a decoy to get out. Jjaja running very low. SpawnLegacy just needs to chase one more time. Just another arcane shift, but it is on cooldown. There's a good bandage slot, so that's a guaranteed kill secured onto Udyr. Meanwhile, Elalya getting down really low with a duel against Poppy.
MMKH getting caught by Talith PA and slowed down a little bit, keeping him just in range of Aparkhurst living artillery. Is trying to get out, backed away from that. BPB-Rice was able to secure the windmill while all of this was going on. At the bottom, Zimike trying to defend against Armor, and SpawnLegacy at the bottom trying to keep this quest objective tower from getting taken, but is not able to do so. There are no revives available right there, but Jjaja has just come back. He's going to bear stance, and he's going to head straight down over there, and he's going to get there in time to interrupt it. But is he going to be successful in riding the enemy? Elalya is right behind him while this is going on, and no! It does get picked up. They are going to have that 10% damage buff for a period of time now. However, SpawnLegacy is low on health and low on mana here, but Totalment comes into the fight. With Poppy down there, things might go good for them. SpawnLegacy does go down, but Totalment has the tower behind him. Zimike is alive once again, however, and Totalment is going to get forced away from there. Not quite able to do the 1v3 defense. BPB-Rice in another bad spot, the top 1v2 with creeps up here, shredding Talith PA. Talith PA getting blown up right there, and Aparkhurst following very, very quickly thereafter, and that Akathian, whoa, narrowly, that was a, well-timed but slightly misaimed shot from SpawnLegacy there. He was really trying to get Cog down, but Cog died right before it landed. Vayne, not quite able to put down those creeps though, is going to fall. And now Armor and Jjaja jousting a little bit down at the bottom as MMKH and SpawnLegacy head up towards the top where Elalya waits in the bushes.
It's going to be a 1v2. Of course, the tower advantage does go to Elalya. Elalya is going to defend for quite a while. Wukong's slightly durable, but it quickly turns into 3v1 as Totalment shows up with that speed buff. Zimike comes in, though. Can the crescendo help? The crescendo does catch two people. Totalment, however, was right outside the range. They are going to burst down Wukong right away. Talith PA shows up, but still at 2v1. Ezreal has gone down, and BPB-Rice now zoned out by MMKH himself. the Cataclysm not favorable for the rest of Field+Revive. That's a double kill for Aparkhurst, and they're going to successfully defend this windmill.
Out over there with that ultimate, and Armor and Jjaja still exchanging blows down here at the bottom. You could power a city off of these shots that are exchanged in the bottom lane as champions exchange AAs down there. Armor is kind of pushed up close to this. It's like Jjaja's opting to go back to heal while Talith PA comes down for a gank. Amumu drops the ultimate there, but is really low on mana. Talith PA doesn't need mana because Riven doesn't believe in it and is going to get that kill, but Totalment is right behind. However, zimike is right behind, so it's a blind pick Banditos sandwich around Totalment as Totalment gets squeezed out over towards the Boneyard, has to retreat from that. Jjaja and zimike diving onto that tower right there, really not afraid of it. Jjaja's just going to click on that, begin capturing. zimike also holding onto that tower to keep it from firing, interrupted by Garrison there. And things are going a little crazy down here. Talith PA is trying to keep Totalment zoned out while Armor tries to defend the tower against zimike. And Totalment just looking for a good way to engage without getting fried in the process. And there that goes. Totalment goes down. Armor goes down. They delayed that for, I think, about as long as they could have.
Yep, I mean, they put up a good defense. It gave some time up top for the fight to continue. Field+Revive has captured the windmill, and we do see MMKH going to neutralize the refinery here, but definitely not. Actually, the neutralize will get interrupted by that living artillery. Very well placed shot by Aparkhurst, getting right in range as Kog'Maw and going to disrupt that to keep that tower in favor of them. Meanwhile, Jjaja gets bursted down, but Talith PA putting out a ton of damage onto SpawnLegacy because, as we saw before, Udyr now has the power to instantly shred down this Riven. So Vayne is going to be a key for Field+Revive if they want to stay in the game. But MMKH gets taken down immediately. If Blind Pick Banditos takes back this windmill, they will have a continued 3-cap, and there's not much time left for Field+Revive. We do see Totalment now going to just try to spread the focus of the fight. Armor now going down to the quarry, excuse me, and Refinery and Quarry both going to be pressured. The Refinery will be backed off. Totalment going to retreat, knows that there's a sandwich coming in. Kog'Maw, Wukong, and Sona all zoning in onto this Poppy. Armor is also going to get chased down by Jjaja and Talith PA. Can Field+Revive go for a quick neutralize here at any one point? They are setting up for a fight here at the middle next to the shrines, but Aparkhurst, while low, Totalment is in much more danger. There comes MMKH, but that traps him right inside the cyclone of Elalya. That's going to be really bad for Field+Revive. MMKH also gets taken down, and that may be game over, but SpawnLegacy does go for the neutralize amidst this fight. Ezreal possibly going to get the cap. No, another good living artillery, but that stops the clock at 144 to 9 points. On the Nexus, SpawnLegacy trying to duel out versus these 3 people, just delaying it as long as possible because they do have the pressure down here at the quarry. Udyr is trying to push away Jjaja as Armor tries to cap that. Windmill is still neutralized. They still have to take a little bit more time. SpawnLegacy has been really good at delaying that capture. Will eventually go down, and Jjaja's still at half health. So can Udyr and Armor make something happen here? They will finish off Jjaja, but here comes Talith PA, not looking too healthy for Udyr or Armor, either one. They're going to have to stop the neutralize. Still sitting at 2-2 though. The quarry is sitting at a neutral state at the moment.
Jjaja did an extremely good job of delaying that for absolutely positively as long as he could have there. Totalment throwing down the ultimate to buy a little bit of time there, but Aparkhurst is going to get that kill, and Udyr just hanging out behind here. Buddha's really got to keep this thing defended, and now with Buddha dead, J4's got to make a play for the top, but I'm not quite sure if he can do it. Elalya does have the defender's advantage of that tower there, and Ezreal throws a shot up to the top. Ezreal's going to have to show up really soon here. Garrison goes down to bring up the health on that tower a little bit more. There goes the Cataclysm. Jjaja is almost there. I think with that Garrison, they are not going to be able to get that.
Nope, the Nexus is taking down against Red Team, and that will be game for the round 1 match we spectated between Blind Pick Banditos and Field+Revive. Blind Pick Banditos takes the win and will move on in this tournament.